Bora, Bora,
A trip to Bora Bora gives you a good look at the colorful side of Tahitian life. The people here are friendly, musical, and seem to really appreciate this lush piece of earth nature has provided. If you fly in, there is still a 45-minute boat ride across the lagoon before reaching the real Bora Bora.
I wish we would get back on this boat and go home this way.
No, we've got to stay here.
George von Dangel, a member of Poland's royal family, came here and established Bloody Mary's, a hotel known for its beauty, atmosphere, and its food.
I love the island, love the people. Bora Bora is Bora Bora. It's a gem in the South Seas, and it's very unpopulated. And it has good vibes, you know? It has a nice feeling about it. And I got accepted by the people here. Some men come here and stay. Some come here and can't make it. I think you have to have an internal peace to survive here.
The hotel here, Bloody Mary's.
Yeah.
Did you buy it? Did you
No, I built it with my little tootsies.
Tell me about the Tahitian people.
They're loving people. People that give of themselves. And they expect nothing, like, you know, no tipping. Many people come here, patrons that eat here, etc., and said, well, look, I like to tip a lady. I said, well, if you do, you offend her. And he said, no, it's not just like in the States. I said, well, this is in the States. One lady came here and she thought this was Hawaii. But it's the island, it's the most remote part of French Polynesia. And it's unique. You know, as you still experience people today, Melody, they want nothing, they like to give you something. And what they give you here is, they make you smile. You know, and people in our society, believe you me, people forget how to smile, forgot how to smile.
An evening's entertainment here can really make you smile, and it's something you're not likely to forget.
Private hideaway. Please stay tuned.
It's on Bora Bora. Meanwhile, Richard takes us on a walk along the reef. All of this and a whole lot more when we come back on 30 Days in Paradise. The islands are filled with interesting people that have intriguing stories, and this man is fascinating. His name is George. He's known as the Baron. He owns Bloody Mary's, which is a famous restaurant and hotel.
It's nice, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
Would you like to have a look at some of my bungalows, the island paradise which I built?
Love to. Let's go.
Let's go.
George, you have got some incredible houses over here.
Yes, they're not bad. They're very, very authentic, Terry. A lot of people seem to love them. They're very, very romantic. I think the emphasis is based on romance. Raw, rugged timber, very colorful interior and so forth. Little out of the ordinary bathrooms, as you have seen. And no, it is really quite romantic because, you know, I see the expression on the people's faces as they come here. It's just, isn't this lovely, romantic, soft?
A little good, George. A few stickers, but it's well worth the hike.
George, I've got to, the hike was worth it. The view is just spectacular. What's that big island right out of
That area is the island of To'opua, which means sleeping pig. It's quite a very famous island.
Sleeping pig?
Due to the fact this is the birthplace of Hero. This is where he used to watch Hina play out at sea. And whenever he wanted to summon her, he'd strike his bell, which still is there. Of course, this is the mythological god, Hero. And no one ever wants to go there because they say there's lots of tupapau, which means ghosts. And Terry, what we're looking now at is Otomanu and Piha. This is when you look out at, from out at sea towards Bora Bora. These are the twin peaks of Bali High. This is Bali High.
George, where are we off to now?
We're going to the King's Marae Arihanau, which is the main sacrificial temple of Bora Bora.
We don't have to climb up any more hills?
So here we are now.
Oh, good.
We're arriving here now. This is a very sacred transit, Terry. You see these cuts here on the tree, Terry? They have a significance. They're made by the kahuna, or the tawa, the witch doctor. These are love curses, due to the fact that we're standing in a portion which is the love palace of the Marae. These hair cuts on the tree are love curses. For example, if I invited you to my home and you seduced and took my wife away, I would go to the kahuna, or the tawa, and I would ask him to put a curse on my wife. Never on the man, on the woman, right? So therefore she either would get sick or she would die. See these two flat stones here, Terry? This is where the sacrifice was performed. The little sort of a pillow rock is where the head lay, and the other long stone, of course, carried the body. Now, the sacrifice was in this form where the witch doctor or the tawa would come up with a big flat rock and crush the head. Now, under the sand that we're walking upon, Terry, are hundreds of sacrificed bodies, almost wall-to-wall carpet bodies on the grand paipai of this marae. Now, the bodies that are lying underneath are sacrifices of slaves and captives or prisoners that have been taken in the war, or the wars of the islands. Look, there's something. Yes, here we are, perfect example, Terry. Being a doctor of medicine, I can vouch for it. This is a part of a rib cage or a rib bone.
Human?
Of course human, yes. Maybe 300 to 400-year-old. It's not advisable to remove anything from the marae due to the fact that a lot of people have, and they found strange things happening to them. Breaking the taboo is taboo.
So maybe I should not do any super...
You better not leave it. I mean, it belongs to the human body underneath the ground.
I'll respect that.
Over there, Terry, on the horizon, you see a little atoll that's called Mututapu. That's the atoll of the king, and it is forbidden anybody else to enter that island. What the king is to do is take his concubines, his warriors, and the whole entourage is to go up to that island, and there the king is to feast, dance, make whoopee, have a good time, okay?
Well, George, is the old King's Island still used today?
Yes, the public can go over there and enjoy themselves, picnic, swim. It's very, very beautiful. Terry, to the right over here, we have, of course, some graves. See that large rock lying on the ground there, Terry?
Uh-huh.
That's the burial grounds of the high chief. The big rock represents the head, and the black stones represent the body. Now, this must be a very important person, a person of high standing in the community here.
How many years have these rocks been lying in these
I'd say about 300 to 500 years.
George, this is not only magnificent, but it is kind of spooky over here.
It is that indeed, Terry.
Well, listen, we're going to make the rest of the tour. I think we better bring it on.
Yeah, we better wrap things up. By the way, Terry, where's the backpack?
Oh, nuts. I left it over by the tree. I'll go get it. Meet you.
I'll meet you at the car.
All right, real good. Got to admit, these sacrificial grounds are very interesting places to visit on your vacation in French Polynesia. But it is taboo. There are things that happen here that cannot be explained. So when you do visit these grounds, I ask you to be very respectful of everything that's around you. Don't take anything and take everything with you that you bring. Because if you don't, the gods might not be real happy about it. And they do have a way of letting you know how they feel. Time to move on. George, ask asked me if I'd like to come back to his restaurant tonight and meet Miss Bora Bora. Well, where do you think we're going to be this evening? But right now, it's time to jump back up on a boat, head out to another island, and have an afternoon picnic and a walk along a reef. This is another great way to spend an afternoon on Bora Bora. Plus, it gives the grown-ups a chance to play in the sand. These artists are hard at work. Now, our local Michelangelos consist of a family from Ventura, California, and a pilot from Germany, and two very lovely ladies from Brazil. On the sidelines offering some technical expertise is an architect from Texas, and a best-selling author is from New Zealand. The combined talents of this art colony helped to create our very special Tahitian sand couple. As I walked down the beach, I couldn't help but think about just how much fun everyone I've met has been having on their holiday here in Bora Bora. The sunset cruise, the reef picnic, and of course, our friends making the sand couple. And it's not over yet. We still have that big bash to attend at Bloody Mary's tonight. The Baron has quite a place. Bloody Mary's is an authentic Tahitian dining experience, and George is a master chef when it comes to preparing that local cuisine. And I'm not the only one that thinks that way either. I talked to a lot of people that wouldn't eat anywhere else. I love it. Look at this.
We've been here 5 nights. We've been here every night this week. I've had a full meal, and I saw a lobster come in, and I'm going to have another dinner right now.
You're going to have 2 dinners?
I'm going to have 2 dinners.
Oh, that looks delicious. Good. Outstanding food combined with a party atmosphere. That's what Bloody Mary's is all about. Well, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and the party is still going on at Bloody Mary's. Bora Bora is a touch of heaven. I really should go to bed. It's been a long night. So I'm going to bid you a fond farewell from Bloody Mary's at the Bora Bora. And I really have to go home. I really do. Well, after just one more song. Hey, morning guys.
Good morning. How you doing?
Just fine.
Ready to go fishing?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
I got to see you out there.
Okay, what are we going to get today?
What?
I think it's time to go.
My 30-day adventure in Tahiti was coming to a rapid end, but George invited me back to Bora Bora for a 3-day outing that I just couldn't turn down. When I arrived in Bora Bora, George introduced me to a lovely Tahitian family who own a small resort on a private island. Well, for the next 3 days, I am going to be their guest on their island, and I am looking forward to this one. What a way to cap off an adventure in Tahiti. The small motorboat carried George, myself, and the 3 lovely ladies of the island beyond the reefs, past the island of Bora Bora, and onto my little Tahitian hideaway. This charming resort is owned and operated by Mr. and Mrs. Wong and their 3 lovely daughters. And for as little as 42 to 51 American dollars, you can vacation here complete with 3 meals per day and a grass hut all of your very own. In my 28 days in Tahiti, I'd seen a lot of pretty sunsets, but this had to be the best of the lot. And that evening, I was treated to a Tahitian history lesson. The dance the girls are performing is part of an ancient ritual. This is how a man used to choose his wife. The prospective bridegroom would be seated beside the chief of the clan while the girls danced in front of him. And once he made his selection, he would stand and dance with one of the 2 or 3 maidens. The chief would keep a close eye on what was going on, and if he approved, he would stand and unite the couple.
Hi there. You know, when traveling in French Polynesia, a lot of tourists have a tendency to go overboard with the local customs. They go native. Fortunately, I'm a world traveler, and those things just don't affect me at all. But I will tell you one thing. If you're fortunate enough to visit these beautiful islands, I'm sure you're going to have just as much fun in visiting these islands as I've had in making this film for you. Well, almost as much fun anyway.
Hey, Brett, what's there? It's getting a little late, isn't it? I don't know where he is. You know, we got a closing of the show to deal with. We have to finish the show up. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Can you believe this guy? Ongava! Terry, we got to do the closing of the show. Terry, we got to put you on an airplane, take you back to America. What are you doing?
No. Not gonna go. Stay on this island with my coconuts, my women. Not going to go. No.
I think you've been here a little too long, Terry. But Terry, we got a special to do in Burbank next month. We gotta go.
Burbank! No, Burbank! No! I'm going to Burbank! Stay here! No!
I think you're gonna go and help me take it.
Stay away! Stay away! Stay away! Oh!